Mrs. Husic, thank you for being with us today and to answer to some of our questions. Could you tell us, please, what is done by your organization in Bosnia for women who suffered abuses during the war?
Thank you for invitation. It was my great pleasure to get this opportunity to share some experiences from Bosnia and Herzegovina. But I like so much your question because I know the best on that way to speak. I work in non-governmental organization Medica Zenica. It is first women's organization, was established in 1993. With the aim to help and support survivors of sexual violence, but also survivors other kinds of trauma during the war. From that time till now, we try to help and support vulnerable categories such as survivors of sexual violence, domestic violence, victims of trafficking in human beings, but in the same time we try to establish cooperation with other non-governmental organizations in Bosnia and Herzegovina and with government institutions. Medica Zenica as organization work through different services. We have safe house for women and children. We have psychological counseling center for women, men and children. It's very important that also men got opportunity that they can include in individual therapy work or counseling. We also have SOS hotline for survivors of sexual violence and their families, but also we have SOS telephone for survivors of domestic violence. But what is very important and what we recognize through all those years, we recognize that it's very important that women get economical support, not only through our services, what I mentioned, but also to visit and work in different villages in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then we combine psychosocial and economical support for women. From one side, we want to prevent violence. The other side, we want to motivate women to be more active in our society, not only in private sphere, but to be more active in political, public sphere. And I'm so proud that we succeed to establish first informal networks for women from 26 villages, and most of them recognize values of our work, but they also recognize their power, that they can make concrete influence for better life in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And yeah, that is basic information what we work, but also we organize lobby and advocacy to create atmosphere for gender equality, and also we organize different training for representatives from government institutions and NGOs.
Thank you very much. Hvala vi.
Hvala vama. Thank you.